Yeah, just a great win for our team. I mean, fought like crazy, got out to a big lead, big crowd here, wind blowing out a little bit. So you knew that no lead could be safe. They've got an outstanding offense, Ole Miss, and we fought them. They fought back. They tied it up, obviously, and there was no quitting the dugout. We were just looking for a little spark, a little something. And the game's funny how it works. You get a guy like Brady Slavin's 0 for 5 for the game, left a lot of runners out there. You got the biggest hit of the game. That double into right center drove in 2 and gave us the lead again. And then we punched another hit when Franklin really had a nice at bat. Battled back from 0-2 count to 2-2, and then got a base hit to right field and gave us a 3-run lead. And I thought that run in the ninth was big. That 4-run cushion. Was a little disappointed that we didn't score a few more runs there. Base loaded, no outs. We did not score any more, but it ended up being enough. So great job by Kevin Kopps coming in and giving us some hope at the end, and then finishing it up. Randy.
Dave, have you ever been involved in a game that was that crazy? I mean, you have 11-0 lead, as you mentioned. They battle back, tied up. Have you ever been involved in a game as crazy as this one was today?
I don't think so. I tried to remember during the game if I had been involved in a game like this, so I could maybe figure out how to handle it a little bit. And I just tried to stay calm and be positive. Our guys were fighting, but I don't remember being in one. Maybe one that I got a 7, 8, 9-run lead, and they come back and tie it because we don't score. But we scored a few more runs. It's like we didn't just sit on 11; we got to 14, and next thing you know, it's 14-14. It was crazy. They walked us, and we mixed in a few hits, and no lead was safe today. And obviously our pitching really struggled. Behind in the count a lot, and when you have a big lead, you can't give free passes, and that's what we did. And obviously we got the big lead because they gave us free passes.
Were you concerned, Dave, about bringing Kevin back in back-to-back days, and especially trying to go 3 innings today?
Yeah, we just wanted to keep him under 50 pitches, and that's about what it ended up. I think he threw 47 pitches, and he actually got a little better as time went on. Hot day yesterday. He threw early. Obviously we didn't bring him back in the second game of the doubleheader, hoping to have him back today. He said he felt great. It's kind of like it came down to Broadway and Cops, their guy against ours. And fortunately for us, we got the lead. Matt.
Hey, not just today, but even yesterday, your guys took Ole Miss's pitchers to a lot of 3-ball counts. What did you think of the approach that your batters had throughout the weekend?
Well, I thought they did a tremendous job, obviously. Their pitching staff this year is striking out a lot of hitters, and I thought we did a good job keeping those down. But we also took our walks, and we looked for certain pitches early in the count, and really more location than anything. And if we didn't get it out there or wherever we were looking, they didn't swing. And we definitely got into some hitters' counts.
Cops got runners on the corners with no outs in the ninth, and then he struck out, the 9-hole hitter in the top 2. What did you think of that sequence after he had given up those 2 base runners?
Well, obviously, we just need to get the first out. They had runners at first and third, nobody out, and you're thinking, wow, this is going to be tough. Because crazy things happen. Flare one in, somebody boots a ball or something, and the way the game had gone, like I said, you can't get comfortable at all. It didn't matter who was on the mound. For him to get that first out, that was big. I think we caught our breath, and then he went back to work and got ahead of the hitters, and that's the key. Get ahead of them, and then you can start, cutting it and spinning it and doing whatever he wants to do out there, and that's what he did.
How much of this weekend were your starters struggling, or was it just Ole Miss's offense was really hot?
I'd say both. They're a good hitting team, obviously. I mean, they got a lot of hits on the weekend, as did we. But we were behind in the count a lot, and you can't face good offenses behind the count. 1-0, 2-1, 3-1. They're going to get you, and they did.
I have a few more, but I'll back out. Let somebody else ask.
Lovely.
Just your resilience of your guys. Just talk about that a little bit. I mean, could easily, even with the 11-0 lead when they came back, could easily fallen over, but just stayed up and kept at it.
Yeah, we just kept fighting. We've been doing this all season. I mean, we're just a little past the halfway point, and we fought back. We've had, we let some leads slip away and come back and won the game. So we've been through a lot. I don't think they get too rattled. I think everybody, obviously, when they scored those runs and tied it up 14-all, we're like, wow, how did that happen? And but it's walked up and down the dugout and telling them, hey, it's fine. We got 2 innings left. The game's tied. Just win the last 2 innings and let's get out of here. And obviously, I think they walked the leadoff man and we got a big hit or whatever. But when we punched in those 3 runs, honestly, we felt like we were going to win the game no matter what. Hey.
Yeah, as far as a guy like Slavens was, I think he was 0 for 5 when he got that hit. As far as the resiliency part of it.
Yeah, he didn't have a good day yesterday, and he's 0 for 5 today, and it just wasn't going real good. But it just reminded me because we've talked about this before. It's not about what you've done before. You've got to stay positive. And I remember a couple of years ago when Heston Kjerstad was like 0 for 6 or 0 for 7 in an extra inning game at Auburn. And I think in the 12th or 13th inning, his first hit was a home run that gave us the lead. We ended up winning that game. And, it's kind of the same for Brady. I mean, he got a big shoot or one, I think there was, I don't know, maybe there was 2 outs at the time double and drove in 2 runs. And, we don't win that game without that hit.
Also, while you got first place and everything going, how concerned are you about the starting pitching going into this next series?
Yeah, I mean, we're all definitely concerned about the starting pitching. It's not giving up enough innings. We're having to get into our bullpen way too early. We're going to wear them out. And, so obviously the guys that you saw coming out of the pen a lot the last 2 days, they won't throw all week until Friday or Saturday. And we've got to have some starters give us some time.
Thank you.
Dave, always tough to win a series down there. How's it feel going home now with not only a series win, but it puts you on top of the West?
That's a good feeling. Gosh, you don't want to play 4-hour and 25-minute game and have to take it and lose and come all the way home on a bus, and going to make that trip a lot better. But, tomorrow when we wake up, we're just going to probably think about this a little bit and how we hung in there and we found a way to win 2 out of 3 down here. It just, we played Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Alabama, and we played a lot of games in our division, and we've done pretty well.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if we're going to get you tomorrow. So just who you might pitch against UAPB and your thoughts on the series.
I think probably Bolden and Ramage, probably in that order. Those 2 guys will probably get the start, and we'll see how it goes from there. I think Ramage threw yesterday. Bolden didn't throw at all this weekend, so I'm thinking he'll probably go game 1 on Tuesday.
Thanks, Dave.
Okay.
Much.
Yeah, Dave, Sundays can get kind of crazy sometimes, but have you ever experienced a game quite like this where you get such a big lead, blow it, and then end up winning it?
No, I don't think so. I mentioned it earlier. I try to think back during the game of a game like this, how I handled it or what happened. And I really couldn't come up with one, honestly. Probably been a long time if it has, but yeah, it was a roller coaster to say the least. And, it's baseball sometimes. It gets a little bit out of control, and just glad we punched in that last field goal, got that lead up there a little bit. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
And then what did you think about the production at the bottom of your lineup today with Smith, Battles, and Webb?
Just, early in the game, I mean, that's where all the production was coming for the most part. They got us going, and 3-run home run by Smith hit the top of the center field wall and bounced over. I'm thinking, man, this is going to be our day. Got a little luck. The ball jumped off the fence and went out of the park, and it looked good when we were up 11-0. But honestly, you could tell that the way the ball was carrying here, that we couldn't give up a big inning, and we did. And sure enough, all of a sudden it's 11-5, and we knew that we had our hands full. Perfect. Tom, you have anything else? Dudley? All right, Nate, finish this up.
I'm good.
Yeah, Dave, I was just checking on Zach Gregory. Is there any news on him?
Yeah, a little bit of a hamstring pull. I mean, he could have pinch hit today and just kind of jogged the first, but as far as going full speed, I don't see him. I hope he's ready for A&M. I don't know though. We'll see. So good to see Webb have a good day, hit a home run, took a walk, scored 3 runs. But yeah, Gregory, the only thing he'd have done for us, maybe lay down a bunt or swing the bat. That was about it.